Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We want to welcome you to our show. We broadcast live. Well, I'm in New York City. My friend Leo Rodriguez, my tech guru, my assistant in crime on the show and in many, many places in life. There he is. How cute is he? He's in Idlewild, California. Leo, I love that little transition. That was fantastic.
Thanks.
Leo's getting so good, I'm going to lose him soon to like CNN or something.
No way. We'll go with together always.
We'll go together. That's right. So anyway, we're going live from New York City. We do this every week. We're on Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. And our producer and engineer is Jim Bell. He is in New Hampshire running the show from there. So how exciting is that? We're all over. And let me just lower this because I love to see it on my page. And we're going live from my page, my Maria Gentili page. We're going live from the What's the Story with Maria page. We're going live from Leo's page. And we are going live from our YouTube channel, which of course is, if you go to YouTube, just type in What's the Story with Maria. This is episode number 245. And we have every single, well, not we, Leo did it. Leo archived every single episode on our YouTube page, and it's fantastic. You can go back and watch any episode you want in its entirety.
Hey, cool look, we're live now.
We have every single, we're live right now on YouTube. How cool is that?
We're a screen in a screen in a
Look
screen.
Look at that. You're like a frame and a frame and a frame and a frame. That's really
we're very strange in the multiverse. We're within theme.
We are. All right. So listen, as we have a lot going on tonight because people that are popping in are also on time constraints. So if anybody, Leo, that pops in that you want to bring them in via StreamYard, send them in, and we'll go from there. So we have. Go ahead.
We have you know how on the Rocky Horror Picture Show when you go the first time to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, my virgin, right?
Right.
Well, here's
our. My God!
Hey,
Miles, you're here! I'm so happy. Look at how cute you are with your Stonewall shirt. Our ally.
Yeah.
Our ally. Oh my God, Miles, you're so cute. I know you're busy. I'm not going to keep you that long because I know you got to go back and do things. Okay, so you have a show coming up. Leo, Judy, Susie Camp, Chuck Streeper, Melissa Driscoll, we're all coming to see you. So tell us about this, Miles. Tell us what's happening.
I stopped hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Tell us about Nightclub Cantata.
I think he froze, but Leo.
Can we hear him?
Can you hear us now, Miles? Okay. All right. Oh, Judy's here. I'm here. She said, hi, Judy. Judy has joined us. So, Leo, maybe you can tell us about the venue. Miles, as soon as you can hear us, pop in or maybe pop out and pop back in. Or maybe you're muted. Sometimes that happens.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. It might be your phone, Miles, that's muted.
Rena has joined us. Hello and happy Tuesday. She says, hi, Rena Cugnali-Bergi. Okay, so Miles is working on a project. It's called Nightclub Cantata. And it is on at the Cell. It's on West 23rd Street. Let me see. John Pandish is watching. Andy Prasky is watching. Hi, Andy Prasky. Belle Parker from Wisconsin. Oh, my God. John Pandish comes in every week. Hi, John. Rena Cugnali-Bergi. I'm looking at two different screens while Leo is trying to get Miles back. Melissa Driscoll, I just mentioned your name because we're all going to see Miles. Miles Whitaker, our friend from Stonewall. Oh, there he is. Can you hear us now, Miles?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right, honey. I know you're busy. Melissa, we have Miles on. He's in the office. Don't get mad at him. I made him do it.
I'm telling.
I know. She loves you. Miles, tell us about your show, honey.
So it's called Nightclub Cantata. It was originally conceived by Elizabeth Swados in 1977. and it was a big downtown theater avant-garde piece. Elizabeth Swados was a big feminist theater icon in the 70s.
Amazing.
And it has not.
Chills.
What's that?
I said I just got chills. It's so.
Yeah. It's very cool, and it was produced once downtown. It won a few Obie Awards, and it has not ever been produced since 1977.
Wow,
so
really? That's cool.
Yeah. So this is the 45th anniversary production of Nightclub Cantata,
Wow.
and we got our director Bill Castellino was actually one of the original members of the cast in 1977.
Really?
So yeah, he's directing it. Yeah, these are some production photos from I believe some of the previews we had pressed there,
Okay.
and we opened yesterday, and it will be running until May 22nd, and we have shows from Thursday to Monday, and we have off Tuesday and Wednesday.
We're all coming to see you on Thursday, May 19th.
Yes, I'm very excited.
So excited. It's going to be a really nice. Now, what can we expect, honey? I know is it immersive or is it
so it's
around or is it?
It's a pretty small space, but it's a pretty intimate show, so it definitely makes sense for the space.
Okay.
It's kind of like a song cycle. There's not like a through line plot. It's a lot of different styles. It's really like a love letter to culture, all different cultures. There's like Yiddish songs. There's like fake languages. There's ragas. There's like all sorts of different styles of music, and it runs for about an hour and 15 minutes. And yeah.
Sounds wonderful. And what is your role like in this? Can you away? I don't want to give it away if you can't, but
yeah, I mean, it's very ensemble driven, so nobody really has like a role, but I do. I'm in all the ensemble numbers. I have one duet where I play a ventriloquist with a dummy on my lap.
Okay.
And I also play guitar throughout the play.
Wow. That's fantastic, Miles. And how many people are in the show?
There's 6 of us.
6 of you.
There's 6 actors, and then there's a piano player and a drummer on stage.
Wow. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I know that you're super busy. You're at work right now. I know you guys have a bunch of stuff going on, so I don't want to keep you long. I just wanted to really promote this. And it starts tomorrow, right? You said?
We opened yesterday, so it's officially open. Yeah.
Okay, and it goes until May 22nd?
Correct.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so Leo is going to post how to get tickets and everything you need to know to get there.
Again.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
TheCellTheater.org, Nightclub Cantata. Are there bongos, and do we get to snap instead of clap?
Listen, I'm gonna snap instead of clap.
Yeah.
All right, so Miles has gone back to work. This is what's happening. Great. It's called Nightclub.
Hey, sorry, yeah, the audio just went out again. My bad.
That's okay, honey. Oh. Don't worry about it. And I know you got to go, so I don't want to keep you long. We just wanted to really promote it. If Alana or Chauncey can pop on at some points, send them in. We'll pop them in because we love the Stonewall Inn. We love what's happening there. We love what's happening in the whole building. But upstairs, Monday through Thursday, it's all our friends. And you guys, piano bar. And it's so much fun. We had so much fun last night. It's just a great space. And it's kind of like tucked away. Not everybody knows about it. But it's a historic place and it's a wonderful place. And you don't have to be gay to go there.
No,
you can just be a person. As long as you're a person, that's the requirement. You must be a human being.
Family includes everyone, including the supporters.
You go and do your thing.
I'm gonna get back out there.
Okay, right, buddy. Thanks for taking the time. We love you.
Yes, love you too.
Bye.
Take care.
What an adorable, cute, smart, talented guy.
He's so funny.
He is.
He's
and yes, Melissa Driscoll. Okay, let me call out everybody that's come to see us. Frank Zahn has joined us. Hi, Frank. I saw Frank last night. Melissa Driscoll, of course. Yes, Missy, we're going on the same night.
And we have a party. Kimberly, Mike, Chauncey.
Oh yeah, they've joined us.
Well, no, they're coming on the 19th.
Oh my God, it's going to be like a huge
It's going to be
realize
Stonewall night at the Cantata.
But when it was just gonna, I thought it was just gonna be us four, but now it's like the whole family. I love it. We're gonna have so much fun. Christina Zizza has joined us. Hi, Christina. We grew up together in Stoneham. Her family, the Zizzas, are so much fun. So much fun. We should have some of the Zizzas pop in one night.
I told Miles that. Have you seen Waiting for Guffman?
One of my favorite movies of all
You
time.
remember? I forget the character's name. The guy he's sitting and he's like, Corky. The one who goes, did you see how he that character?
I have to watch it again.
You have to watch it. I'm gonna be that character for Miles. I told him that I'm gonna yell his name out, Miles.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm so proud of him. Miles is such a lovely human.
And to think last year he was laying there with a broken foot.
Oh right, he had the broken foot a year ago.
Yeah, because somebody ran over his foot when he was coming home from work,
and just a COVID thing, and we were all stuck in the house, and then he broke his foot. He got run over. That was crazy. And now he's looking how great he's doing.
What a comeback!
Yes, and he loves the Stonewall Inn.
Oh, maybe Frank and John too come in.
Okay, Frank and John. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun. And that week is just, and Leo's going to be here because it's my birthday week.
It's going to be such a fun week. I'm counting down days.
Me too, honey. Me too. Okay, so is anybody else popped in?
Ms. Sanchez has arrived. She's in the green room relaxing before her appearance with us.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if Alana or Chauncey are going to be able to pop in.
Yeah, they might not. They're really busy.
I know they're really busy. So why don't we just bring in Josephine?
Are we ready for such stardom?
I don't know.
Oh!
Hi, Josephine.
How are you?
I'm great, honey. How are you?
So good to see you guys.
You too. Thank you for being available on such short notice.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I was flipping through Facebook and I saw your ad pop up and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have her on and talk about the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Josephine, I got to start by saying I am crazy about your voice.
Oh,
crazy about it. I had the privilege of hearing it. Someone gave me a CD a few years ago, Thomas Honeck.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, I don't know who she is. I've never met her. And I listened to the CD and I just kept playing it over and over. It's so good.
thank you so much. Thank you. We love putting that together. And I'm such a great fan of Anne Hampton Callaway that, it was so wonderful to just throw myself into that music and absorb it all and make it my own too. That's always the challenge. So
now you have a new show coming up. So let's tell everybody about it.
I do. Here, I'll hold up the card.
Okay, there it is.
It's called The Funny Girl in Me.
Okay.
And it just seemed like, well, the story is here. I'll give you the backstory. In 1995, long time ago, I got to play the part of Fanny Bryce in a community theater, well-known community theater in my area. And in 2020, I wanted to do a show sort of to commemorate the 25th anniversary of that. There was no talk, or serious talk anyway, of Funny Girl coming back to Broadway at that point. But of course, everybody knows what happened in 2020. Anybody's projects that, ended up being put up on the shelf. And so I just figured, enough of that. That won't happen. Move on to something else, and was working on some other things during the pandemic, or trying to work on some other things, and nothing was really gelling. And then it was a couple of months ago where Funny Girl was on Broadway. What? After all those years, because you kept hearing about maybe it's coming. Oh, there was
I know, and how many different people were going to play the role? I know this has been going on for, I'm going to say, a good 5 years.
At least, right? It was always the threat, and it's sort of like The Boy Who Called Wolf, you never thought it would happen, but then it was happening. So it just seemed like the right time to sort of do a companion piece to that Broadway show. And Jeff Harner had reminded me that we talked about it back in 2019, and we decided to go forward with it.
So you're obviously doing songs from it. Is it all the songs from it, or some of them, or are you doing other songs as well?
songs from Funny Girl, songs from Funny Lady, and songs that Fanny Brice sang herself. Some people know, like Secondhand Rose, everybody knows.
Right.
But there are some other comedy songs that people aren't familiar with, and we found clever ways to use those to illustrate her story and my story, and so it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And Leo has a question, as Leo often does. Go ahead.
I have many questions for Josephine, but I wanted to say that there is an update from Stonewall Live, our group.
Okay.
That's there. If you wanted to, Alana's here real fast. I thought I'd bring her.
Oh, let's just get.
You can all say hi to her real fast.
Josephine,
hello,
friend Alana Diaz. She's an amazing singer, and they got interrupted. They were going to be on first, and then they couldn't.
No worries, no worries.
Don't
yeah,
go
it's the whole thing. Okay,
so Alana, thank you for popping in. I know you're super busy. How's it going?
It's all right. It's going pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
We have the singing contest going on right now, and it's very successful. It's already closed though, so we have the candidates already.
Okay.
But it's amazing. They're doing a great job. Tonight is standards night.
Great.
So I'm very excited. As soon as I heard standards, oh, forget it. I got to whip out something, you know?
I know, and you're an amazing singer, and I've worked with you many times, and I love working with you. I know you can't stay. I just wanted to give you a shout out. That's all. Thank you
so much. Are you kidding me? No, that means a lot. Thank you.
Alana is at Stonewall every Tuesday upstairs in the bar from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
And in about 1 month, we're going to, thank you for my IG, Leo. In about a month, we're not going to be doing the singing competition anymore, and it'll be open mic with Miles and Alana every Tuesday.
I love it. Beautiful.
Yes. So if you follow my IG, it tells you everything you need to know about what's going on at
and you're great at advertising. You're great at it.
I kind of love it. They're even using some of my posts on the actual official Stonewall IG. So yeah, it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. Good
so
for
yeah.
you.
Thank you. No, I'm glad I got to see you. I miss you, Maria. It's been it's been a minute since we got to work together. So.
I know. We work at Brandy's together quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It's always a party when it's Maria and I.
Oh, absolutely. And it will be again. And I look forward to it. Thank you for sneaking away, because I know you guys.
Of course. You kidding me? Give me a reason to sneak away. I need it.
I know. All right, honey. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Leo. Good to see you, Josephine. I hope you guys have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So old lady like me, IG is Instagram. Is that right?
I think it is. Old lady like me thinks it is. I hear you. But you know, the kids, they just pop out these anagrams and that's it. IG, Instagram, yeah. So now you're doing songs from Funny Girl, Fanny Brice. So that's the theme of the whole show. I love it. And you're at the West Bank Cafe?
Laurie Beachman Theater, which is down at the West Bank Cafe. There's some scaffolding around there, so it's kind of hard to find, but it's a great theater.
It's on the corner of 42nd Street and 9th Avenue.
Yes.
On the northwest corner.
Yes.
So, Joseph,
some people have been complaining that it's not accessible because there's the long staircase going down, but somebody tells me that there is an elevator available. I just am not sure, but maybe if you call the restaurant, I'll have to find out that they can lead you in, I think, next door through an elevator and down into the theater.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
So you tell us the dates that you're there and how people can get tickets.
This Friday, May 6th, and then May 18th, Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. And the show starts at what time?
7 o'clock. They're both 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I like an early show.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And how much are the tickets?
25 cover charge, and I think it's 25 is also the minimum, which they have dinner there. They serve dinner, so you don't have to drink. You can eat dinner, a nice dinner there. And
it's good, too.
Yeah, they have great food there.
I've eaten there many times. It's delicious. So it's finally in the works. It's finally up. Oh, there's the website, webovationtix.com.
Thank you. That's Leo. Thank you, Leo.
Leo is amazing. I always say everybody needs a Leo Rodriguez in their life.
Oh, I wish I had one.
I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we all had? I would gift you, Leo. I
Careful what
would
we wish for.
Okay, so thank you for taking the time to join us,
Thank
Joseph.
you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, and I know it was last minute. And Leo has a question.
If I remember correctly, Josephine, don't you have a Catholic background where you sing a lot of Catholic music?
Well, I work for the
you had-
Catholic Church. Yes.
My favorite during my time was always Bob Hurd. I loved Bob Hurd.
Oh yeah, I love Bob Hurd too. Yeah, he's
My
got.
favorite.
What's your favorite song of Bob Hurd?
The Glory, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. That one's my favorite.
Yes.
Favorite. His gospel stuff. I like the gospel.
Yeah, he really writes some great stuff. Yeah, we're talking about the Catholic world. It's funny because when I played Funny Girl, it was with the Catholic Charities Diocesan Theater Guilds. It was a very Catholic production of a very Jewish show.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? Andy Prasky, who's one of our friends and usually pops on every week, said, Josephine's voice sounds like Sandra Bullock's. I closed my eyes and thought it was Sandra.
Oh.
Has anyone ever said that to you before?
No, I've never gotten that comparison. No.
Wow. Andy, that's really cool. Now, we do have our show goes into podcast on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So usually it's about 12 hours later. So if you listen to it, everybody, or close your eyes when you do listen to Josephine, let me know if you agree with Andy. I kind of do. When I read that, I thought, you know what? I kind of agree. So that's interesting, isn't it? No one's ever said that.
I do get the Barbra Streisand comment a lot. I do. Comparison.
Well, the singing voice.
Yeah.
My girlfriend Judy is the biggest Barbra fan on the planet Earth. So we have to try to get to see you because it's just, I love your voice. I just love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I don't like just throw that stuff out lightly.
Did you go see it, Josephine?
Not yet. May 11th, I'm going.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going after you do your show, in between shows.
In between, yeah, as a treat.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah, me too. Hey, look, you got to give props to anybody who's going to step into Fanny's shoes for even just for a couple of hours a night. And not only Fanny's shoes, but Barbara's shoes. So
Barbara's shoes cannot be filled. I think that is the biggest challenge for anyone that even attempts to do anything that Barbara did. That you're almost better off just really being who you are and giving it what you have. In turn, people are like for instance, to me, your voice is it's powerful, and the way you color things is so beautiful. And I can see how you'd be compared to her, but you're your own person and you have your own dynamics. And I like that.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that you can do her stuff. That's incredible. But you really are your own singer. You know what I mean? And
I appreciate that more than you know. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's because I have a lot of friends that are just incredible singers and do her stuff. And I think they've always been that comparison. It's like, how do you even try to fill Barbara's shoes?
Well, when we were kids, we were all, listening to her music and singing along with it. And whether we meant to or not, we were probably imitating what she was doing, holding that last note of Evergreen as long as we could hold it. Try to out-sing Barbara on the radio. Come on, you both did it too. I know.
The Way We Were is my favorite. That's my jam.
Yeah, and it's true about that. It's funny when I was teaching. I still teach, but when I teach like young girls that age, like between 12 and 14, and they say to me, "I can't hit those notes." I say, "I tell you what, pick the singer that you love, and just sing along with it. Don't look at the notes. Don't worry about, because we can all do it." And I was working a lot in the early 90s with kids. And I remember at the time, Mariah Carey was really big.
Oh, yeah.
And they would say, "I can't hit those notes." I'd say, "I hear you sing along to Mariah. And she's got this huge range." So it's not about, but you're right. So they were imitating her. And, in our generation, we were imitating. I never tried to imitate Barbara because I'm an alto. So I love her phrasing. But so my girls were more like Gladys Knight. Jane Oliver is one of my
Jane Oliver, sure.
Gloria Estefan. Linda Ronstadt. So those
I love
are
Linda
my girls, and I would, but it's true. Like we have our ways of phrasing or the way we hold notes or where we breathe. And that's the best way, I think, for any vocalist to learn to sing is to listen to people you love. And
the way we tell a story
is
different based on who we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it has to be. It really has to be.
Yeah. So now going
Go ahead. I was gonna say it's funny because on Facebook, you can become friends with people you'd never imagine you would be friends with. Like I don't know if you know Marilyn Michaels.
Yeah, sure. Kidding me?
Marilyn Michaels is a big deal, and she played the part of Funny Girl on national tour, so she has a lot to say. She's got lots of opinions.
Has she talked to you about those opinions?
Yeah, she has, and she might come to my show. I don't know. She was one of the people I was talking about accessibility, and she was worried about getting down the stairs. I don't know. I'm not sure I want her there because
I was going to say, how do you feel about that?
To have her in the room. I mean, yeah.
I know that's like Cheetah Rivera going to see West Side Story.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know. I get it. It's, but you know what? I think that, like I said, about everybody bringing what they bring. I am always so appreciative. Like I've seen a lot of different shows. I love Broadway and I love cabaret and all that. And I've seen a lot of different shows in my day. And like, I remember many, many years ago going to see Sunset Boulevard. Right. And I was supposed to see it with Glenn Close. And then Glenn Close was out that night. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I spent all this money to see Glenn Close. And she was out. And her understudy, Karen Mason, was on. I didn't know of Karen Mason. But when I heard her sing, I just couldn't believe how beautiful it was. So like that opportunity to hear other people do that work. And then I went back and saw Glenn Close. But I think that's a big deal.
I just got a note that Josephine's computer died. She thought she was plugged in, so she may be back in a moment.
Okay, but let's check on what everybody else is saying. Josephine Leo, you have to look her up. Her voice is spectacular.
I have. I actually the last time she was on, which was a year and a half ago.
Yes, you're right.
And I did, and that was when I was still an assistant. And I was typing in the websites before we had StreamYard.
Before we had the StreamYard, which Chris DePiero, our friend, introduced us to, and then you took over. I must say, Russ Wooley, our friend Russ, when are you going to come on the show? I would love to have Russ Wooley pop onto the show sometime. So many people. And maybe you can come on with Aaron Lee Battle.
Oh, he's a beautiful singer.
Aaron Lee Battle sang at the MAC Awards, and he got some kind of, I'll think of it in a minute. He got a big award. Russ, type in what the award was that Aaron got. I can't think of it.
I hear him singing "Celebrate Me Home." Oh, celebrate me home. Or was that Bobby Belfry? No, I think it was him.
He did "Here's to Life." So here's to life and all the joy it brings. It was beautiful. I
remember I was introduced to him via Piano Bar Live.
Thank you, Russ. Okay, the Hanson Award. Thank you so much. And Russ also says Josephine is sublime. Yes. And she's a sweetheart. She's a very nice person. Her voice is spectacular. Josephine sounds like, okay, so I'm going to check on what other, Michael Barberi is watching. Hi, Michael Barberi.
Now, Maria, did you sing in choir when you were coming up in church? When you were growing up?
Are you kidding me? I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, you went to Catholic school, but did you every Sunday go to church as well?
This is how my career started. And Lynn Portis has joined us as well. My career, Christopher Crosby, my sweetheart from Scotland, has joined us. He's lovely. Now, by the way, Christopher, he works for Mi Gente Tequila
Oh,
company. So I am going to have Mario Davila, who's also joined us, taste test and do a live. He'll come into us live maybe next week for our show and sample. He is our tequila connoisseur, Mi Gente Tequila, given to me by Christopher Crosby because, as you know, I don't drink. I'm a bartender and all that, but I prefer to have other people try liquors and tell me what they think. Now, oh, there she is. Yay. Okay, good.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, honey. You're back. Josephine, Russ Wooley says hello.
Hey, Russ.
Isn't he great? He also says Josephine is sublime.
Aw.
Yeah,
Thank
Russ
you,
knows his stuff too. So, yay, she's back. So, okay, we were just talking about Catholic school. I mean, Catholic singing in church because that's how I started. I was 9.
Mm-hmm.
One of the priests said to me, I need some people in the folk mass because I used to sing all through school, just singing in the hallways. He said I could use you in folk mass, and that's how I started. And I went, of course, every Sunday, Saturday, and then the chorus. I love that, and I personally love singing in churches. I love the acoustics. Now you do a lot of that as well, right, Josephine?
Yeah, I'm a director of music at my home parish. So I spend lots of time in church. And during the pandemic, I was singing every week, even if we couldn't have people in the church, we were doing live streams. So
you cantor as well as directed, or were you just cantoring at that time?
I'm the only cantor.
Cantor.
Yeah.
Well, that's a show right there. I'm the only cantor.
I'm the only cantor. It's just me.
Here's a show right there. Oh, it's chapter in your book, Josephine.
You just finished Easter. You must be tired.
I am tired. It's kind of crazy that I would plan a show so close to Easter, but
Oh my goodness, especially with
but May, May is the best time, and June gets busy over the summer. It's hard to get people to come, so I just seemed like I had to seize the moment. I had to just do it now. Hopefully the show will last through the fall on Broadway, and I can. But even if it doesn't, it's not what it's about. So.
No, it's funny. We all have different jobs, right? And they all are busy at different times, and we have to work around that. Sometimes people say, "Oh, are you available to do this?" And I have to really always look. Like for me, July and August are my best months to go and do other work. To go and do shows in other places because it's not that busy in the city.
Yeah.
But for other people, like those are their busy times.
Yeah, I'll be in camp starting June all the way through August with my kids every day. So
right. Because Leo works in a camp and he's does all kinds of arts, and so that's your busy time. If you are someone that works in summer stock, that's your busy time. Like whatever there's so much or seasonal work. Like in Fire Island or Provincetown. Have you ever done that? Josephine, where you've gone and like Provincetown is amazing, and
I haven't. No,
they love great singers there, and they treat them very well. So, but it's one of those things. Now, I think I saw somewhere that your daughter is also a singer.
She is, and she has been. She graduated from Boston Conservatory with a graduate degree in musical theater.
Amazing.
Just before the pandemic.
Oh boy.
So, who would have imagined when you make that kind of investment, in yourself financially and emotionally and every other way, and then the world shuts down and there's nothing to audition for. I mean, it's hard enough, right?
Yeah.
To be seen, but there was nothing to be seen for.
Right.
I mean, who would think? It's just absolutely crazy. But things are starting to pick up. She's sending in self-tapes, but she's also teaching online. She's got her students too. She teaches voice and piano.
That's amazing. Well, I got to tell you, I feel like a lot more people than ever started to take lessons and started to, because of the pandemic. I think people were starting to feel like they really miss the arts, or a lot of people said, I've put this on hold for a long time. I want to get back into it. And this is a great way. We don't have to leave, that virtual stuff is really cool stuff. You don't have to leave your house, and you can be safe if you want, or
And it was great because during the pandemic, she and I would put concerts together to do virtually for the church. So if you look on Notre Dame website, Notre Dame New Hyde Park, you'll find the two of us singing a whole series of concerts. I think between the beginning and the end of the pandemic, we put together like 7 concerts.
Really?
Yeah. We did an outdoor cabaret. We did indoor stuff, like a whole series of things because we had time, and it was just she and I, we didn't have to quarantine. So it was a gift we kind of gave to the world because we couldn't be together with other people, but we could do it together. So
oh, these are so cool. I have to go and check this out.
yeah, I'll try to send you a link.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
You would love that. Especially if you have a church background, you would definitely appreciate the stuff that we did.
I have such a church background. I mean, from when I was a little, 4th grade, I started singing, and I really was I was so committed to it, and I loved it. That's where I got all of my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like my dedication, my follow through, my learning harmonies,
Yeah,
all that beautiful stuff. I was
altos are the smartest ones. You know that, right?
I kind of do, Josephine, but I didn't want to say it.
You have to be smart to be an alto. I would tell my altos all the time. You've got to be, it's nice to be a soprano. You can sing the melody. That's great. And you have to have the notes, of course, but to be an alto, you've got to have a good ear and you've got to have a good brain.
And you know what? I used to double as an alto and then a tenor. So if there weren't enough tenors,
yep,
they would always pop me over to the tenor section. I loved it because all my guy friends were in the tenor section. That was the most fun.
Okay, I have a question for you, you Catholic choir singers. Your favorite one. Richard Skipper put a comment up on why we kept you a secret for tonight, but it was all a last minute doing. Last minute magic. So
you know what it was, Richard? I was this morning. I was just flipping through Facebook and I saw that Josephine had a show, and I said, "How did I miss this?" Because that's how I try to book the show. I really want to promote people close to when their gigs are, so that people don't forget, And I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh, I should have." Damn. So I text her, and you said yes, and I was so happy that you said yes. And I really I
was happy you reached out to me. Thank you. You're great.
Absolutely.
Okay, back to inquiring minds.
It's going to be
What is your favorite hymn or solo in church, Maria Josephine? What is your your song?
Well, everybody requests the Ave Maria all the time, right? The Schubert Ave Maria.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I hate singing that because it's all the time.
Yeah,
I love singing the Bach Ave Maria.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I actually love the Ave Maria, and I do it in C. Like I don't do it way up in the stratosphere. I do it that octave down, like a deeper. And so,
like Karen Carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh, another one of my huge influences, Karen Carpenter.
Yeah, sure.
But I used to love, because it was when I was in church, it was during the 70s, and it was all that great Godspell. We used to do folk mass.
Yeah.
All that beautiful Godspell music, and the Jackie DeShannon, What the World Needs Now, all those beautiful 70s harmonies. And I loved it. So it was just, I don't know, used to fill my heart with joy working.
Yeah, that stuff is fun. And I have a very traditional pastor now. So, and the pastor before him was also very traditional, very young, but very traditional, bringing back the Latin Mass. I've been working for the church for more years than I want to say. And I never had to do Latin Mass.
Really?
Pre-Vatican II. Way pre-Vatican II.
And that's a whole other thing. And it's beautiful too. It's just, it's so different than folk music, obviously, but there is a real prayerfulness to that too. You don't know necessarily what the words are. You have to look at the words in the missal so that you know what you're hearing, but it's ethereal and beautiful too. So music, it doesn't, the melody speaks, even if the words don't. The words are beautiful. I know some people say the lyrics are more important than the melody. I'm not one of those people. I think they're so equal. And in some ways, sometimes the melody says more than the lyrics do. Sometimes the melody is the opposite of what the lyrics say. You know, you're like, gee, why am I singing a sad song to that, upbeat, so.
When my grandmother died, I did the mass. I planned the mass, and we, against doctrine, but I had them do the Ave Maria, just the violin,
Yeah.
for her procession in.
I had that at my wedding. Same thing.
Yeah, nobody had to sing it. We knew what it was, and it was just beautiful for my grandma.
Yeah.
Because you know what I feel that is the most important, like we were talking lyrics, but to me, what's most important is the vibration. So the vibration of a performance, whatever that performance is, and energetically what is coming from that musician, singer, chorus, that is what moves me. You just feel this energy. You can't put a face to it. You can't put a name, but you can feel it. It literally is like wind behind you. And that's, to me, what gives me goosebumps all the time. The vibration of that performance. So, and I find a lot of that in spiritual places,
When really good theater that we love all so much does that too. It's that spirit, that music, that energy too. I mean, well, church has a little theatrics in it too.
Well, that's why singing with my daughter was so much fun, because we have the same kind of timbre, not the same voice. You definitely tell us apart, but there is something magical about, two people.
The harmonies and how you blend and all that beautifulness.
I love when mothers and daughters sing together. It's so moving. I used to teach this class in Morristown, New Jersey. It was a cabaret class at the Mayo Performing Arts Center. And a lot of the women in our class were of that age, that they had, like, say, daughters between maybe 8 and 14. Their kids were of that age, and a lot of them were also our students. So one of my favorite things was when they would sing together. I couldn't hold back my tears. It was so beautiful. It's just and just the connection between a mother and a daughter is just so moving to me, or a mother and a son, or I just. When your kids follow in your footsteps and they respect what you do, and you kind of like bring them on with you, you can't beat that.
No, it's special. It's very special. I'm trying to look up a link now to see if I can send that to you.
Yeah, if you can type it in, if there's any way to type it in. So Leo, while Josephine is looking that up, the Stonewall people now are back to working, right?
Yeah, they're back at work. As they should be.
I feel so bad because I asked them to sneak on, although I know it's their busy time. But
they were smart. They rotated.
Yeah, so that was great. Alana, and I met Alana. We were working in a place in Jersey. That was she was my favorite coworker there because she had such hustle, and she has amazing pipes.
That's right. That's when Alana started to come in. To this scene, when I remember.
Yeah, and then now she's subbing at Stonewall. I mean, no, she has a permanent shift at Stonewall, but she's subbing at Brandy's as well, and we always love it when she's there. Let me check in on, so Richard Skipper, I would never keep secrets from you, man. Richard Skipper, he's our friend. So that's what it was. It was.
I posted it as soon as I knew about it. So
I know. And who else is? Let me check in with everybody. So Russ is checked. Lucas Ferdian has checked us.
Oh, Lucas.
Yes,
Lucas?
Beautiful dancer. Lucas has checked in.
I know. I saw a beautiful picture of him the other day.
Oh my God, isn't he amazing?
Oh, flexed out and jumping.
Yeah, he's like a legit ballet dancer. Susie Turgeon is watching. Andrew Hearn is watching. Silvana Mastrolia is watching. Chef England. Brendan Ryan. Brendan Ryan is a police sergeant. He is my great friend. Brendan, I've said this many times before, he also plays the bagpipes. Brendan Ryan, when are you going to come on the show and talk about your bagpipes? And that's not a euphemism, Brendan. That is a legit question. You would love Brendan. He's so funny. He's, of course, Irish. So, of course he's
funny. I love the Irish. I haven't affection.
Who doesn't love the Irish? We all have to admit we love the Irish. Where would we be? Where would the churches be without the Irish? Where would the bars be without the Irish? Where would anything fun be without the Irish?
Mm-hmm. Every church has a bar near it. Did you ever notice that?
Mm-hmm. I did not, Josephine, but I will now.
Oh, when I was in Galway, I got to perform in Galway in the International Women's Playwright Conference, and we were and there was on the street there was a church, a bar, a post office, a bar, a store, a bar, another church, a bar. So
I
we
never
were-
noticed that.
Oh my god!
I never noticed that. Well, I grew up in Boston, Josephine, so you know there was a church on every block there too. So we had. And what's the name of the church that you sing at?
Notre Dame in New Hyde Park.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll have to. But I really, really want to watch that concert with you and your daughter.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, and it was a couple of years ago. So
you know what you can always do, Josephine, because the show is almost over.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to be done soon, but we can. You can always type it in later.
Okay.
You know, because it goes into people can watch it forever. We save it, we archive it, and also this show will be on. It is running live on YouTube right now, but it's also saved to our YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always there, and you can type it in there, or you can type it in here. It goes into. We go into podcasts in about 12 hours, maybe less sometimes. Jim Bell does that for us.
Yeah.
On Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just type in "What's the Story with Maria." You have to type in the whole thing because I think there's another show called "What's the Story," but "What's the Story with Maria," and you will see. This is episode 245, but you'll see us. Leo takes care of all that. Now, Josephine, I'm going to give you the option because I know that you've been with us for a while. You can either pop off and say goodnight, or you can stick around. We're going to do the food section of our show, and we have 10 minutes left. So
I'll stick around for 10 minutes.
Okay, beautiful. I did not want to, I know you're busy. Yes, Russ Wooley, 2:45. Isn't that great? I know. I'm so excited.
Amazing.
July 18th, I believe, that's our anniversary. And Leo, I think we're going into season 6 after that. Wow. So I think we started doing it in 2018.
Maria, just the other day you saw our post. Remember that first post I made on the bus?
Yes, I love that post.
We'll have to bring that one back, but that was probably in season 2 of your show.
That was early on. Now, Leo, I just noticed that Josephine posted to our Facebook Messenger thread.
Yes, that's what I did.
You can find that while I'm doing the food section.
Sure. Let me just set you
Leo's
up.
Amazing. Another round of applause for Leo Rodriguez.
He's the best.
He is the best. Okay. So what did I
Okay,
make for food? I made some stuff, other stuff I did not make, but someone else did. So here's the deal. My beautiful niece, Angelica Schleif, who has been on our show many times, she got married. And she married the nicest guy. His name is...
I saw the pictures.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't she beautiful?
I did. She was really beautiful, yeah.
But she's also the loveliest soul. She's so much like my mom.
She had a beautiful lace dress on.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, she looks like my mother at that age. So it's really quite beautiful. And anyway, so her boyfriend, who's now her husband, their family is Greek. We're Italian. They're just, I am so excited about this new family that we're not connected to because they're just amazing. So his mom, Stacy Elaine, she's gonna start watching our show soon. I promise. She gave me some spanakopita to take with me, and I promised I would show it on the show. She made this from scratch. So it's like a spinach pie, but it's a Greek spinach pie, and it's so much better. I believe there's feta cheese in there. There's spinach. There's phyllo dough. Some people say phyllo. And what she did not put in there, because she's not a fan of it, she told me, is the dill. So it's sans dill. But I got to tell you, it is off the hook. I've eaten a lot of this already, and so this is featured on our show tonight. Stacy Elaine's spanakopita. And she is from Massachusetts. The wedding was in Gloucester, Mass. It was gorgeous. I think she's from Peabody. So lovely. She just whipped that up. Now, what else did I make? Because I was in New England. You know, I'm a big fan of New England because I grew up there. I made a big stuffed clam. Look at that.
That's big.
That's a big stuffed clam. I like to eat, Josephine. I love it. I already ate so much of this, but I did save the shell. So it's chopped clams, it's parsley, it's onions, it's celery, lemon, and Tabasco. and breadcrumbs, of course.
Ooh,
4 C's,
breadcrumbs.
because I'm off of the keto.
Oh, for the wedding.
Because for the wedding, I went off the
Okay.
keto, so I figured let me be off the keto for a few more days.
That's right.
I'm always on the keto, Joseph.
You know, you set me on alert. You set me on alert, so I was just on alert.
I know. Leo keeps me in line, and I will be back on it because I got to get skinny for my birthday. All right. Now,
When's your birthday?
May 21st. I'm first day of Gemini.
Oh, happy upcoming birthday.
Thank you. And it's a big one, so I'm excited. I don't care about birthdays. I don't care about getting older. I'm happy to be on the planet. I'm happy to celebrate my life. I've had a beautiful, amazing life, and I don't want to ever lie about my age.
But it's good to mark the good years. Like, there's certain years that you do mark.
The big ones you have to mark.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I make for salad? I red leaf lettuce, red peppers, which I love. When I was a kid, that was my favorite food. I used to cut a red pepper and pour vinegar and salt in it and eat it. Isn't that like a crazy snack for a kid? But that was my favorite thing. Persian cucumbers, black olives. And you know what I forgot to put on here? I might just throw some red onion in there. And then I'm going to put I love good oil and vinegars, a garlic infused olive oil. And I'm going to put a fig infused vinegar from the Boston Olive Oil Company. These are really delicious. No, the New England Olive Oil Company, because there's 2 companies I order from. So I love their stuff. And now for dessert, because I am off the keto. And my favorite thing to cheat with is Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm going to eat those. This is all for me, by the way, tonight. When the cameras go off, I'm eating.
I remember the first time I was on your show, I was supposed to come to your house with Richard Skipper. That's a couple of years ago. And I don't remember why we couldn't make it.
I think there was a storm or something. It was a crazy reason.
Yeah. And I missed, I was told that you feed people after the interview. So I was really looking forward to that. And here I am looking at the food. This is not right.
I know.
What do you think I feel?
Feel guilty about that. But I always feel like I have to stay creative every week because I'm asking all these wonderful creative people to come on and share with me. Speaking of creative, Karen Mack, who's going to be on the show. Karen, please give me the date you want to be on the show in the next few weeks. She's amazing. And she said, do that, add the onion. I agree, Karen. Karen is an amazing baker, by the way.
Yes, she is.
Whoa.
Those cookies. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember those.
Russ Wooley says he is May 20th, the day before me. Oh, my God. So, Russ, you're a Taurus and I'm a Gemini.
Wow.
Doesn't it depend on the year, though?
What, honey?
Doesn't it depend on the year? And the oceans and all that. Like the 2021 is like a really cuspy.
Yeah, but I've had my chart done 3 times and there's no Taurus in my chart. It's all Gemini. So, but I'm sure you're right. I'm 2 years behind you. I mean, in front, behind you, Russ, but I'm right there with you. So you might be right, Leo. I believe that. Josephine, what sign are you?
July 4th, Cancer.
Woohoo!
The 4th of July. What a great birthday.
Your birthday's on a Monday this year.
Is it?
Yep.
How do you know that, Leo? How do you know?
I know that because I'm doing the camp schedules and we're not working that Monday and I have to plan 4 days of Pirate Week.
Leo, and he cooks for the kids too. He cooks.
I make pizza. We do mac and cheese, stuff like that.
Nice.
Amazing. So we have about 5 minutes left to our show. Let me see. So I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody to shout out. I think I got everybody. So
I'll plug one more thing if you want.
Yes, please.
I am also doing a duo show. This is what I worked on. Does it come up backwards or do you see it?
No, it comes up right. Tell us about this.
This artwork was done by my son's girlfriend, Stephanie. Wow. And she drew this up for us because during the pandemic, my friend Cindy, who lives in Chicago, and I were planning to do a duo show together, when we had no idea if the pandemic was going to be 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years. And anyway, she did it. I love this artwork in the back. You see,
the whole thing's amazing.
Cindy and me are chasing our music director in the cab.
And
Inspiring. Yes, that's right, Karen. Yes.
okay. Oh, this is Chicago and New York. How
Yes.
cool! So the
She's from
Chicago
Chicago.
dates are
I'm
June.
from New York. Yep. And we thought we would join forces and try to build each other's audiences, you know.
Wow.
And so we've been working on this on Jam Kazam the whole time, which is
Wow.
great. I don't know if any of you have used Jam Kazam, but it
Like a
enables
live stream.
it enables you to work live so that you can hear the keyboard and sing along with it. You can't do that on Zoom,
Oh,
but it's really
what's
cool.
it called? I love this Jam.
Jam Kazam, K with a K.
Wow.
So you can
Cool.
work live with people. You have to buy some equipment and there's some setup, and it's a little frustrating at first. But once you get the hang of it, it's a great way to work with people long distance. So
Oh, I love that.
the plug for Jam Kazam. Oh, thank you, Leo. You're so great.
Leo is incredible.
You
Leo,
guys are on Eventbrite.
he's like lightning.
Yeah, so that is coming up too. We're going to Chicago in the beginning of June and then bringing that show here to New York at the end of June. So God help me. I don't know if I've got the ability to memorize all this stuff, but I am trying. I really am.
Josephine, do you have a website that people can find all this stuff?
You know, my website is sort of under construction. I haven't really given the time to it that I need to. So you would think these things would be on there, but they're not. Maybe after May 6th, I will get this up there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just josephinesanchez.com.
That's Mr. Leo's advice for everybody out there.
Yeah.
We have so many platforms that we have.
Uh-huh.
Send everybody to one. Send them to your website. Get the
Yeah.
links, and then from that website, let them click on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. blah.
Leo maintains my website, and he runs it. So it's great. I just call him and Leo, can you pop this up? Can you take that off? It's
You know,
just,
Leo, I think I might have to have a conversation with you because
Especially since we pay so darn much a year for our websites.
don't
Let's use them.
he does such a beautiful job on mine. You could check mine out too. It's mariagentili.com, and Leo has been running it for a while now.
I'm at leoignaciorodriguez.com. Ignacio.
All right, we're at the end of our show. We have 2 minutes left. Josephine, what do you want to leave our listeners and viewers with? Words of Inspiration by Josephine.
Just find your joy and put your doubt on the shelf and just go for whatever it is. And whether it's a small thing or a big thing, every little step counts. So
absolutely. And I'm glad you said steps, because that's what it is. It's not, don't look at the whole project as a whole. You're going to be overwhelmed and you're not going to get anything done.
That's right.
Do a little at a time.
Yep.
Little at a time, and just keep plugging away every day.
Yep. And call each step a victory, because that's what it is. And even if it's just going outside and taking a walk,
yes, absolutely. That's what artists do. We take in information in all ways, and then we process it and we give it to you in creative ways.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Listening. Thank you, Josephine, for being available and sticking around and being so wonderful. Everybody go check out Josephine Sanchez. It's Sanges.
That's right.
Who would not benefit from a friend and cohort like Leo Rodriguez? He's amazing. And he's a gun for hire. So if anybody out there needs work on their websites or any kind of StreamYard thing, Leo knows all the stuff. He's amazing. And
giving Legacy Box a run for their money, anybody that's out there.
Okay. I'm going to be hitting you up with that, Leo, for sure. And I want to thank Jim Bell at Armed Radio. And check us out in podcast. We love and appreciate you. We're here every Tuesday. Good night, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.